Welcome back everybody, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Sunless Sea, where we left off last time. We had done some interesting things on Pigmoat Island. We helped rats take over the island, we slew some guinea pig, medieval empire. I don't feel great about that particular accomplishment. Oh, it's a boat, what's that? It's a rat barge, I don't think they'll attack us. It's really hard to tell. They may attack us. Let's just, casually head this way. I don't think they're after us, but it's really hard to tell sometimes. We'll just, go ahead and skirt the island and just outdistance them. They should have run into the island because they're not very smart. Oh, no, they're smarter than I thought. It looks like they're just staying in their little zone though, so we are safe. At least for the time being. No islands in the Z-Bat's range. We really aren't exploring a whole lot. We haven't uncovered a single whole area yet. What if that's because we're not using our light? We're gonna head this way a little more east. I thought that's, yeah, we were supposed to be going east to start with. What's that? Z-Bat, do you see anything? Because I see something. Yes, the otter shroom is some distance to the east. In fact, it's right there. You can clearly see where the dock is for the otter shroom. We're just gonna go ahead and look at that. It looks really cool. But what is it? The queenly core of this spore-haunted sea. Climb the fungal fiber ladders to the summit. The Utter Shroom. Shaggy, suspicious villagers scratch a living here amidst endless clouds of spores and scurrying mobs of plant-animal hybrids. None of them ever leave, Monsters One explains darkly. Z full of monsters. I'm going to visit the village. Hospitable? Not exactly, but they don't chase you off with sticks, and they usually let you sit beside their mildew-smelling fire. We've gained a terror, we gained a tale of terror. The Utter Shroom releases spores according to its own inscrutable schedule. Today the air is soupy thick. They coat your hair, they clog your throat, they gather like sleep in the corners of your eyes. Conversation with the shroomers is impossibly hard. You return to the ship, where you find tiny purple mushrooms growing already in your ear. Be back 1 second. I thought I heard somebody at my door, but I did not. We can gather intelligence, of course. What happens here, on top of the mushroom the size of Marlborough? The villagers live a shabby but sufficient life. The Utter Shroom provides. They are secretive, taciturn, incurious. Ships rarely visit. Now we have a new port report. This game likes its big words and book learning. Words like taciturn. That is not a good sign. That's a Khanate war trimaran. We don't want to fight Khanate ships yet. They're a little out of our league at the moment. We'll get to them soon. I'm really hoping to find, like, the one island I've been looking for a while, but still no luck. I know the Utter Shroom is to my south. I was hoping for a new island, please. Preferably one we haven't been to, and one that will allow us to drop off these souls somewhere. It could also be further east in the north too, which is the Demo Island. That's actually a place where we need to go. That is where the Funging station is. That's a pirate ship. We're gonna ignore the pirate ship, unless it comes after us, in which case we'll shoot it in the face. But I mean, it's not really a match for us. It's a low-level pirate ship. Demio Island, something like that. Iron and Misery Company Funging Station. The I&M has a funger operation here, felling giant bulgious shrooms for building materials, harvesting corelliae for its medicinal properties. It's a desperate little outpost of something like civilization. Up puffs the affable Factor. Oh, hello, Captain. Thank God for visitors. We'd go quite mad out here otherwise. Quite mad. How can we be of assistance? One of the Funging workers is watching your crew and watching the clatterly air especially. What does he want? Whispered confidences. The tomb colonist draws you a little away from the clatterly air. Don't tell her you know me, he says in a hoarse rasp. Her mother cut my voice, hoped to fix it so I wouldn't be able to look for my daughter. So I wouldn't want to, he wheezes. Didn't work. Operations never. Completely effective. Need to know my daughter's well. Happy. Finding enough patience, getting enough to eat, and so forth. In exchange for the simplest news, he explains himself. I'm her father, he says. Ordinary engineer, not the sort of parent you would want. If you wish to tell the heir about this encounter, you can do so by speaking to her. So we found her father here. We're going to give the pass sign to the affable factor. The Admiralty asked me to bring back strategic information, and this is our contact. Here, little to report, but we've had a Con-8 privateers nosing around. And tell them that the company grows suspicious. Mr. Iron knows the Admiralty is interested in his business. Pray, my friend, that you never have to serve two masters as I do. And now we are supposed to head back to the Admiralty, which we will do eventually. But first we will have tea with the factor. The poor fellow needs the company, and he can spare an hour away from his schedule. An interlude. You sit on the veranda of the factor's house, looking out over the fungal jungle, an expanse of green and sour gold. The air is thick with hovering spores. The scones are stale, even the tea has a hint of mildew. But the factor is good company. He shares odd stories about the ice and roses of Irem, the monstrosities of the Sea of Lilies, and a little restaurant in Venderbite, where he enjoyed the most extraordinary seafood. Venderbite, I know. I'd never met a tomb colonist who could cook, but you must visit the place. Do you know it? He also has a load of Bulgius frond carted aboard your ship. He waves away your thanks. I've eaten so much of the stuff I fear I might have transformed entirely into fungus. He leans confidently towards you. It happens, you know. But one does have to eat a rather lot of it first. So we got 4 fragments, 1 supply, we got told of an exceptionally fine restaurant in Venderbite, and we lost 2 terror. Lovely. Now we can leave. And unfortunately, we still haven't found the stupid place to turn in this box of souls. It might be over here. That is a possibility. Oh, over here. We'll continue north, because why not? We'll kind of go at a northeasterly pace. I really, really want to find that. I don't like carting around contraband, especially since it's worth a ton of money. Technically. And if we lose it, Bonnie Reefs is somewhere to our northeast. Well, we might find something else to do as well. Except our terror is getting really high. It's time to head back home. We'll hit the Bonnie Reef first, then we'll go home. There's a limit to how far we can go before we risk the possibility of our crew mutinying and killing us in a crazed rampage. Not good. What's that? That is an Elkias class corvette, and it is outside of our pay grade, I think, for now. So let's head into the Bonnie Reefs. I don't recall if there's a dock in the reefs. Actually, I don't think I've ever been to the reefs, so this is new for me as well. We're right on top of them, so there must be no dock here. Unless... well, we found the reefs, but we didn't find a place to dock. We're heading north then. I'm sad there's no music at this particular point. I do love the music in this game. Oh, right, we're leaving, right. I gotta focus on what we're actually doing, because we're getting some serious terror. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and get our guns ready, because that's a bat swarm. You can see them. And they are mean, nasty little critters. They do a fair amount of damage, too. That's right. Oh god, they're swarming me. 5 damage. And that's the end of the bat swarm. Let's go see what they have. A bat swarm defeated. We can gather up the corpses. They are succulent with stolen blood. Into the pot. Or we can reduce terror by just disposing of the corpses. I think we're gonna... Oh, there's only one terror? That was BS. I was hoping it was gonna be way more than one terror. If it was like 5 terror, we could have continued our adventure, but sadly no. We'll continue back. We can also turn in our survey report, or our special report, to the Admiralty and get our next one. There will be many such reports. The Admiralty likes to send us to go explore various parts of the world, and we get rewarded rather well for doing so. As I mentioned before, I think we're going to get an engine as our first upgrade, but it's also possible we might opt for a better gun instead. We've been running into a lot of fights, which is not abnormal. There are fights in the game, obviously, but as you know, or you've seen so far, there is also a lot of narrative. Way more narrative than fighting. That being said, to help the narrative, it helps to have a nice, strong gun for when the fighting comes around. The engine will help us get places faster, though, so it's a really big toss-up. And I was kind of hoping we would find the pirate, captain, pirate, whatever her name is, or his name, because he is worth a ton of experience. Not experience, money, sorry, I should say. In fact, probably one of the most moneyful things you can do in the early stages of the game is killing her. I think it's like 400 echoes or something like that. It's pretty ridiculous. So we're just going to skim along this area and just scout it out. That is a shark. We are not going to go scout that out because that is not a good idea. We'll just try and go around it. A shark might ruin our day. Would you stop swimming parallel to me? I'm trying to go this way. Preferably so I can still keep uncovering the area around here. There we go. Keep turning. Just go your own way. Alright, we're almost back to Mutton Island, then we'll go back into London. Hopefully we won't get caught with the contraband. They seem to change what they're looking for every so often in terms of contraband, so there's a chance that it won't bother us too much. That being said, we might eventually run into problems with our box of souls, which would not be ideal. What a lovely little trip. Also, this music is the fungal music. I highly recommend listening to the entire Sunless Sea OST. It's actually really good. It has a very good atmospheric sound to it. I think that's the exploration done. Alright, let's take a quick turn to the north. We can stop right in here really quickly and grab another port report. It's worth a couple bucks. We're not gonna... Oh, we might be able to do some quests here. We'll see. Let's take a look. Can't hurt. We can have drinks, explore the shore, call to the fishermen. We'll do that to get our port report. Same thing. Explore the shore. Is this riddles again? Oh, no, something new. You turn. There's a long, lanky, brown-haired man at your shoulder. Listen, he says. I have a story for you. Something about the graybeard compels your attention. A rambling tale. His story has a wedding full of murders, a leafless forest, a vast serpent which eats souls. The tale winds on and on like the serpent, until you are lost in the dizzying toils of its sinister ships and its glamorous corpses. You nod awake, he's gone. But not, it seems, before searching your pockets for small change. We lost 2 echoes. We gained 5 terror, and we gained another tale of terror. Now our terror is reaching very concerning levels. So we're at 90 terror. That's more than enough terror for one day. We'll go back down to 50 when we arrive. Uh-oh. A questing tentacle, gleaming, it rises from the sea. It coils lazily around a sailor who does not speak or cry out. She only steps into its embrace and is gone. Ask, and no one will answer. So when you get enough terror, your crew can start being taken by tentacles. She is actually gone. Like, she vanished from the crew. 6 out of 10 now instead of 7 out of 10. That's okay. We will get more crew when we hit London. It kind of sucks that we lost one right now, but we're almost home, so, I mean, there are worse things. We're also going to just ignore the auroral megalops and just go home. We've had enough. We're all terrored out for the moment. it's time to go home and just rest this off. I'm sure there's going to be some things to do in London after we talk to the Admiralty. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we won't get searched. Uh-oh. Another crew is gone. We have 5 crew left. So this happens when you get enough terror, your crew just start to vanish. It's really not good. It's a big ship. Pale visitors, the cry goes up. Drownies in the water. The pale faces of the drowned dead bob up like lamps. We can drown out their song with the roar of engines. Drownies are drawn to fear like pickpockets to crowds. Stoke the engines as hot as they'll go. It will use fuel and may damage the ship, but you'll drown out their wretched song. Yeah, it'll be fine. We lost 2 hull. Your engines thunder. The drownies circle. But the poisonous sweetness of their song is almost lost in the din, as they tire and sink below, waving as they go. We lost a terror, but we also lost a fuel. Alright, we're back home. Oh, the revenue man. Her Enduring Majesty's Customs Service works closely with the Ministry of Public Decency and the Masters of the Bazaar. Today they have selected you for an inspection. Don't cheek them. We're going to try and set something aside. The freest of trays. They tramp up and down your freshly mopped stairwells in their nasty boots. They poke and pry and prod, but they find nothing. So we succeeded in hiding our contraband. And we're home safe. We have 2 menaces, which is our nightmare strength, which is bad. If our terror was high enough when we get to the town and we can lower our terror, we get nightmares for a while, which is unfortunate. Let's collect our messages. Something changed underneath. Somebody wants to sign on. Blind Bruiser. That's it. Okay, who wants to sign on first of all? Let's go get more sailors. 30 echoes. We got 3 crew and we're back up to 8. That's good. We'll visit the university. Oh. The university has an inexhaustible appetite for secrets, specimens, and other tidbits of esoteric lore. Provide a secret to prove yourself worthy of entry. So we found a secret, we provided a secret. Oh yes, the university's maritime liaison whispers breathily. Oh yes, this is quite a tasty one. Let me explain it to you. He explains, teeth glinting. We also gained a page for that. The alarming scholar is mercurial, to say the least. Creature of sudden moods and provoking teeth. Possibly her. Is it her? Appointment as University Maritime Liaison was precautionary to keep his razor-sharp enthusiasm from causing too many injuries in the faculty. Ah yes, the scholar whispers breathily. I have a budget for acquisitions. What have you brought me? If you have any knowledge items that the scholar will buy, they'll appear below. So we have several things we can give to it, actually. We have a Z story, which gave us 10 echoes, and we got extra favor with the antiquarian. A lamentable relic. We got 5 echoes and got rid of a relic, and our favor went up to 2. An outlandish artifact. We got 100 echoes from that, and we gained another favor and got a fragment, another outlandish artifact, another 1,000, or another 100, sorry, not 1,000. 1,000, that'd be amazing. Alright, so we're done. We could try and hire more crew, but I think we're okay with 8. Who's our new recruit? We can hire somebody, the Haunted Doctor, or the Genial Magician. We could use a magician, actually. I think they count as first officers? No, engineer. Who's our engineer? What do they do? No. We could hire a crew for 5 echoes. Let's do that. We lost 1 terror as well. Okay. Dark Spectacled Admiral. Let's pass on the strategic information. The Admiral sits up, though he steeples his fingers and pretends calm. He's hard to read with those glasses, but he reads the summary intently. Satisfactory, he says at last. Eminently satisfactory, actually. Good work. Take this for your trouble. The clerk will see you paid. We gained 1 favor, 150 echoes. And let's ask him if there's anything else we can do. Actually, let's submit a revelatory chart. Let's find out if it's real. He scrutinizes the chart minutely through a lens. He doesn't. You notice, remove the dark spectacles. It passes muster, he remarks. The usual fee applies. 250 echoes. So we're getting a decent amount of money. We're going to hand in our port reports. I think aside from the Crimean Canal, they're all Well, actually, we'll just hand in the old ones and then we'll do the new ones. There's only one old one. Okay. The Command Canal. Well, if you've been there, I suppose I may as well hear about it. The fee is nominal, though. 5 echoes. Pigmote Isle. I'm not certain I heard you correctly. Are you quite certain this is the report you wish to make? So be it. 10 echoes, a favor, and a fuel. The Uttershroom. You spent time in Mycelegia? Dear me, I'm most terribly sorry. We get 50 echoes for that one. That's pretty good. And what else do you need? You're ushered into his office off the... Oh yeah, we need to... Oh, we should speak of the moves of the great game to him as well. He has to repeat it all twice. He doesn't take notes. It's a little beyond me, he tells you, but I have a friend in the palace who will be interested. Very interested. Thank you. Your fee. 30 bucks. And what else can we do? What do you need? Oh, I already read that one. Anything in particular you need? This port. Speak to our agent there in return. We'll see that you're rewarded. Visit the port below and return to London. You can check the details in your journal at any time. They want Mount Palmerston, somewhere northeast of London. That's where we want to go too. That is where we hand in our souls. So, we have to go find that place for 2 reasons now. Go back to the docks. We want to go carousing. We could spend 10 bucks and see if we can get anything to happen. We lost 3 terror, we lost 10 echoes. We have 1 more recent news, we lost another day. It was a strange night out, apparently. We're going to put our ship into dry dock and repair it. We'll use 3 things, because I want to save our money. I'm going to go to the shop, because I want to buy some things before we end our video, because we're kind of closing, we're actually way over time, never mind. So we want a gun. What do we want, though? We want more of a deck cannon. That's the one we want, I think. 15 damage, light damage 15, crew damage 4 warm time. Or we can grab one of these smaller ones. This one does a lot of damage. The Majesty is the only front-mounted pure cannon. The others are torpedoes or flensing weapons. 22 damage is a lot of damage. What's the stagger amount, though? Probably makes them stop. Alright, we'll buy it. You know what, let's try it out. I was gonna buy the Denunciation, the deck gun, but we can keep ships in front of us. That shouldn't be too hard to do. It's a little bit cheaper. We're also gonna buy an engine, because we can afford one. Where's an engine? There's an engine. We could buy the 1,000 power engine. I kind of want to save up for the 1,500 one though. But we can't afford the 1,500 one, and we... Or the 1,000... Well, that's 1,000 bucks. We could probably wait it out. Alright, well we have a new gun at least. And we need to put it on our ship. Oh, do we not have... We don't have a front-mounted weapon. Right, we only have deck weapons. I made a boo-boo. We need a new ship. Do we have the money to afford a new ship? Probably not. That's our current ship. That's a bigger ship. What's this one? This one has a forward gun, but we don't have the 2,000 echoes to trade up for it right now, which is a little bit unfortunate. We also lose 10 iron by using it, which sucks. And its hold capacity is actually less than ours. But if we wait to go up to a Corvette, that's 3,000 echoes, but it has a forward gun too. I should have really checked that. Oh well, we can cart it around with us for now. Not the worst thing in the world. But now we do need to buy a gun, because we wasted money on that gun. We'll use it later. We'll get to the point where we can use it, but we're gonna go buy that other gun, the deck gun that I wanted. Where'd it go? The Denunciation. That is a deck gun, right? Yes, okay. We can use that one for sure. Stupid. Wasting money. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. We can sell our old gun, not our expensive gun that we bought, but our crappy lead beater gun, it is worthless. And it's gone. Alright, we're gonna head out again, but we're out of time, so we're gonna end here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Others will see you all next time. Take care.